up? Eclipse Dawn here, about to do another tarot reading for you, Gemini. First of all, I want to say thank you very much for watching these videos, and I think it's really great. Thanks for giving me another chance. I know that each time I make a video, they're a little different. I will continue to progress and make my situation, my little scene here better as I go, and as I get more support, the more likes, shares, subscribes I get, the more that I know that what I'm doing is being received and appreciated. So I really appreciate you. If you've subscribed to my channel, I just want to say thank you so much. A lot. It's really great. Thank you. And I'm just happy to be doing tarot readings. I do personal readings for people. If that's something you're interested in, I can make you your own private video. And my prices are on a sliding scale right now. All you have to do is email me at eclipsedawn919@gmail.com. And as I progress, yeah, it will change probably, but for right now, it's super affordable, super easy. And I want it to get easier and be better quality as I go. And I promise that I will continue to better the channel as my gift to you, or to my promise to you for subscribing to me. I always appreciate any kind of feedback, or if any of this resonates with you, drop a line and let me know. It really helps me know that I'm on the right track. You can always just send me an email too if you want to give me feedback that way. So this reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for June 2019. Gemini, June 2019. It will be your birthday soon, my friends. During that time, your birthday could be in June, right? June 2019, Gemini. My friendly air sign, my windy, blustery air sign. Gone with the wind, here again, gone tomorrow. I welcome the energies north, south, east, and west, above and below, below and above, in the name of greater good of all beings. Thank you, Gemini. Gemini, I don't feel your energy is being very forceful right now. I sense that you want a reading about you and your relationship with something. You and the other. So let's do a mirror reading. You and the other, let's do a mirror reading. Perfect for you, Gemini. It can be a mirror back onto yourself. If you don't have someone in your mind, or a certain situation in your mind, it could be mirroring you right now, Gemini, in June. So, your outward projection, your innermost feelings, what your soul, what your heart is longing for, and what your soul and spirit is telling you. So, you, Gemini. Nine of Cups on the ground. I'm going to put it back in. Gemini, 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 Gemini. I feel like maybe something's in your body. Something hurts. There's some kind of injury for somebody. So just rest well. Take good care of it. Ice it if you need to. Don't ignore it. Okay, so your projections, your innermost worlds, your projections, your innermost world inside your heart. What Spirit is saying to you now? Okay. Them, the other, your reflection. Them, the other, your reflection. Situation. Reflection in the situation. Them, the other, what they are projecting. Their innermost feelings. And what Spirit says. Ooh, that came up fast. Now, let's do, they're all face down. This is fun. Except for the Hanged Man. I have two cards over here. Whew. I'm going to put them back in. Gemini. The lower vibration of this reflection. You and them. The higher vibration of this. The higher understanding of this reflection. We don't need to rush it, Gemini. It's all about timing with you, isn't it? Yes, I know. Saw the Ace of Wands on the floor. Higher vibration of this reflection is what, Gemini? Again with the Two of Wands. Okay. All right. So, your reflection, Gemini, your projection, you're projecting that you don't care. You're not communicating, you're not saying what you really think, or when it comes out, it doesn't come out very nice, or it isn't heard, or it's received in such a way that it isn't heard. I sense more of anything that you're just holding back, your communication, not saying anything. That's what you're projecting out. What they're projecting out is stress. They're stressed. They're stressed and they're worried, and they got too much going on with them. They've got too much going on with them. They are having a lot of thoughts about the way they wish it could have been. Okay, that's what they're projecting outward. In your hearts, inside, I think the reason you're not communicating is because you're done being treated like less than. You're done being alone and feeling alone in the situation. Like no matter what you do, you've been cold, on the cold side of things. You're vulnerable, but you're not like you were. You're not so vulnerable. Like, you're remembering now that there's a transitioning happening, and that you don't need to stay in a state of questioning or lack anymore. You're not worried anymore about the nature of things the way that they have to be. And I see that because the Spirit is telling you you're at the Hangman position. After the Five Pentacles is reversed, the Spirit is with you right now in this time of waiting, this learning period of time, this new understanding that's coming through from this time that you're waiting, but you're not waiting in vain anymore. You're not waiting or feeling like you're left with nothing in the meantime. Like, it's a different type of space that energy is coming from now. You're starting to understand that there's a reason, there's more of a reason. And you're not saying it right now. I feel like there is not, you're definitely coming off as non-communicative, but there's a waiting happening on your end, and inside of their hearts they want to apologize, but they won't. Like, their pride is in the way. They want to come through with love, but they don't. You know, they don't feel confident enough. They don't feel like they're getting the apology they want. Maybe they feel like maybe you took away their love, or you did something to them, or, you know, they're taking away their love and they don't want to give it away anymore. Like, in their heart they feel, you know, abandoned. Okay, is the word that I hear. And in their side of it, and these roles could be reversed. It could be you, or it could all be you, Gemini. Okay, it could be your heart and your mind reflecting on itself. Okay, so just whatever applies to you. But I do see a divine order happening here. A divine energy from the earth is healing you, or this person, or this side of things is being healed. There is an ending coming to a close. There's something coming to a close. It's healing. It comes in its own time. It could be that they've decided to move on from you. If they felt like their offer, they don't want to make the offer anymore. Okay? But they're feeling holistic in that. They're feeling well in that. Like, it's a necessary ending, whatever it is. Could be something else that's not related to you, but it's giving them a sense of self, finally. I see the higher vibration, and let's look at the lower vibrations. Okay, so the lower vibrations comes from a lack of understanding of how to balance things out. There's a level of impatience, and there's also like a fear of giving too much. There's like something about the past here, something about like somebody making mistakes in the past about who they trusted or what they gave to. Someone needing to give more or less could have happened, and so it's like there's an impatience here. There's like a, why doesn't it just go this way or that way, or like, or maybe that, like, you know, there's a feeling that it's not gonna work out, like a fear of it not working out or coming through the way that would feel right for you or beneficial for you. But more than anything, it's like, so I see Sagittarius here too. I also see Earth. I see air. I see a lot of earth and air. A little bit of fire here. But here, it's like there's a divine way that things combine that we can't control. We have to let the solution sit for as long as it needs to for the chemicals to, you know, bind together. And, you know, we know how long that period of time takes, but yet we still try to rush it sometimes, and it can just blow up in your face, you know. This is, you know, somebody wanting it to be balanced out But by doing too much action about it, they're actually causing more imbalance, okay? Definitely impatience, definitely misunderstandings, mismeasurements, misuse of tools, mistakes, people making mistakes, okay? So that's the lower vibration of this relationship. The higher vibration is that there's a lot of good work being done. It's healthy work and it's worthy work. It is a ability to build good home, good status, good job, you know, working on building a future, working on creating a healthy home, a healthy body. There is something being given to you for this, in this connection, and there is a choice y'all will be able to make together. And I see something really positive coming from this, Gemini. There is an earth sign around you, maybe a female. She could be very nurturing. She could be motherish. She could be a mother. She's knows how to care for you, care for the home. So there is this energy here that's on a higher vibration where if you were to find a place of understanding with each other and make choices, work hard, there's a beautiful abundance that could come through for you through this Queen of Pentacles. And she could really bring blessings into your life, Gemini. And that could be a he or she. That's just an energy, you know what I'm saying? That's what I see. So I'm going to pull out a few more cards here. Gemini, 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 Gemini. This is going to take nurturing and patience and letting things come as they do naturally. No one can force it. I think there's misunderstandings. You might feel like they took too much or you gave too much or vice versa. Somebody not hearing or understanding the meaning of what was given, taken away, Gemini. But I see this beautiful abundance coming through for you if you choose to work on it and diligently tapping into this beautiful, divine, loving, nurturing earth energy. She likes things. She likes lavish things. She likes to be comfortable. She's beautiful. Right. So that could be you or someone else, that person or the something, but it's you being in your power or them being in their power around you and feeling like they want to choose you. Somebody wanting to choose you or you wanting to choose them. It does have to do with work, so it could be a work opportunity that you're choosing or they're choosing you. Some kind of business thing. Okay, so the way that this is going to turn over for you and stay in the positive is there's got to be some truth that comes out. There's got to be some truth that comes out. Somebody has to be ready to face the music. I feel like there's the air sign. Here's King of Swords again, but this time he's right side up, so he's turning the wheel. But Judgment reverse tells me that there is still a misunderstanding and misguidedness and a lack of a change that is needed to happen. Okay? Excuse me. Gemini. So maybe it's because you don't, there's a lower vibration where there's some emotional manipulation. Gemini, there's some kind of deep stuff, I feel like, from past lives or childhood or something where, you know, your emotions kind of ran wild and you could have been kind of or are still not in balance enough to be doing the things you're doing, but you're doing them anyway because you have to. You know what I'm saying? So it's causing chaos in your life. Like, it's just emotionally challenging, emotionally draining. I see you or someone around you, could be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, or an Aries. There's somebody who has this water energy, could be you too, that is just feeling, it could be you that you're like sad or depressed or feeling emotionally drained or just totally neglecting your emotional self. In the name of manifestation, in the name of money, in the name of trying to get what you want. But it's causing this like impatient energy that is blocking you from balancing things out and actually receiving what you're supposed to get. And like it's gotten you to a point where you're exhausted and you don't know if you can make it through, or someone around you, like you're trying to balance things out and someone around you is being very overly emotional and unfair, misunderstanding things that people are doing, feeling like you're at your last wit's end with them, and that they're causing unwanted and unnecessary manifestations. Okay? But I see that you're going to communicate. And this long-awaited, it's like this, you're procrastinating on it a little bit, Gemini. I think it's time for you to say what you need to say, my friend. Gemini, it's time for you to communicate. You got work to do anyway. Don't waste your time with this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm going to pull a Gabriel card here for you. I hope this helps. I hope it makes sense. You're going to communicate something. It's something that you don't want to talk about. It's something that's deep and dark, and it's not like, it's vulnerable. I feel like there's a dichotomy here. Like, I see why you're not communicating something, Gemini. And you see why, you see why it's like you feel like if you say something, it's just going to hurt somebody, so you just say nothing. Vulnerability. Listen to your vulnerable feelings as they contain wisdom and inspiration. And then pray for strength to focus on your priorities, no matter what. Vulnerability. It takes strength to be vulnerable. The strongest people are vulnerable. It takes more strength to be vulnerable than to be tough or cold or mean or distant. To be present and to be vulnerable takes all of the strength and all of the courage that anyone could really muster up, really. And the deepest, darkest places in our souls are the scariest ones. Not out in the woods. Because inside of you, you don't know what's looming. To face your own shadow, right? To be vulnerable is to be strong. To be able to share your feelings or to be present with your feelings is to be strong. If someone cannot be vulnerable with you, then they are not strong enough. They're not as strong as you. That ability to be vulnerable is very powerful. I think that it's time to communicate with someone. You need to be vulnerable with them. It's causing them a lot of stress too. They're worried about it and they're ready to walk away. I think it's time to communicate and talk about the things that maybe are harder to talk about. You have a lot of blessings there. You could be very happy and feel nurtured and be doing the work and be okay with it. But right now, I don't see you being okay with it. It's going to take its time. It's going to take its course. But it will take you communicating using your words and being very clear and very real. Very real. Tune into the nurturing energy. Be gentle with yourself and be vulnerable to your own self. It takes strength to be vulnerable. Remember that. Takes courage. Let's read it from the book. Why not? This card is reassuring you that it is safe for you to face your tender feelings. And to view them as muses for your creative spirit. Feeling vulnerable doesn't mean that you actually are vulnerable or unsafe, but rather that your feelings are speaking to you and speaking and seeking an outlet through your creative projects. You can be sure that everything you're feeling is universally experienced by others. You can heal the feelings of isolation and abandonment pervasive among so many people by helping them, knowing that they're not alone in their emotional experiences. If you have the power to be able to feel, then you have the power to heal, baby. The whole world. So, Gemini, remember that. Be at peace with yourself. I hope this helps. Communicate. Say what you need to say. Be vulnerable. Be willing to wait. Can't force it. Might not have all the ingredients yet. There might be parts that you don't know. Someone is not balanced emotionally. Truly. I don't know. It could be something severe. For some people, someone around them might be dealing with mental illness. I'm going to say that. Be patient. Be patient with yourself. You know, keep focusing on the joy and abundance that you want, the life you want, the lavishness, the goodness, the good in your heart, the hard work. Making a choice for you, for you, for you. Do you, boo. I'm going to leave it at that, Gemini. You know I love you. Dang, you're so dynamic and cool. And I hope that you'll come back next time. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. The more you do that, the more people will hear the messages, the better it is. And I really do appreciate your support. And if you want a personal reading, please send me an email. Rosina is my name. Eclipse Dawn. Eclipse Dawn 919 at Gmail. That's how you email me. Check me out on YouTube and IG. I'm not really on Facebook right now, but you know, things are in progress. So I am available though. Send me any of your comments. You can comment here below, and you know, I have lots of information out there for you. So check out my page. It's like insane the amount of crazy pages I've subscribed to over the years. So check that out. All right. Gemini. Ciao. Come on, little mouse.